Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm still in a turtle mood after doing the Swayze challenge, so I decided I'd play it in a really stupid way. So I'm going to be doing a pacifist run, which if you don't know, it basically means that you are not allowed to kill anything unless absolutely necessary to progress. So the rule that I've set for myself is that I am not allowed to kill anything unless the battle music is playing, which it'll play in a second. So whenever the music's playing, I'm allowed to kill anything on screens. Basically the challenge I've set forth to myself. Because this isn't something I'm putting out there for other people to try and see how far they can get or whatever. This is just something really dumb that I'm trying to do. Because during my Red Swayze run, I noticed on quite a few sections that I was just taking damage from stuff instead of killing them anyway. Like right here, I just kind of take damage to get through it. And that made me wonder just how far you can get in the game without actually killing anything, unless you absolutely have to. So I am going to be using all the turtles. I don't have any restrictions on that for myself, because if I did that it would be impossible to get very far. I have tried it, it didn't work very well. And I am going to try to keep them all alive just to minimize the bloodshed. But that may or may not happen, you know. Some of my turtles might die, because this shit is just ridiculous. Before I did their little challenge thing for True and Honest, I actually hadn't played this game since I was a little kid. Because back then I actually didn't like this game. I thought it was hard, and overall, after the dam, I didn't know where the hell I was going, so I basically kind of said fuck it, and just played the second one, which is a straight beat 'em up. I do remember my brother beating this a lot though, or at least getting to the Technodrome a lot, because the Technodrome is really fucking difficult, even with all turtles. And I'm using Don whenever I get into the battle music shit, just because he just wrecks everything in this game. And funny enough, even though Raphael seems horrible since his reach is so low, I think he's the second best turtle. Leonardo and Mike are definitely the worst. Because later on, they can't kill things in one hit, which some things Raph can kill in one hit and some things he can't, but there's a lot of stuff that Leo and Mike cannot kill in one hit, and they do a lot less damage. Because if a boss thing took Raph, I don't know why I just switched to him, like 3 hits to kill, it would take Leonardo or Mike 4 to kill. And I absolutely hate this jump. That is easily the worst in the game. The one in the sewers ain't got shit on that. Because in the sewers, all you gotta do is do a little low hop, you know, just tap the button and don't hold it, and you'll make it every time. That one, you gotta jump with your foot off the ledge to even make it. And if I was playing this regularly, just with all the turtles being able to attack and blah blah blah, this level's much more fun to just have everybody take tons of hits to get through everything instead of waiting. But I gotta take a ton of damage after this, so I gotta do it with taking as little as possible. For an underwater level, it's actually not too bad, but it's still pretty boring. There's really nothing new whenever you play it except for the current. Sometimes there will be a stronger current pulling you right, and sometimes there won't be any current, so it's really weird how that works, and I would love to know exactly how the physics of the current works in this, but that's really the only thing that changes. Yep. I'm gonna use Mike. Raph's actually useful. Mike and Leonardo can go and eat a fucking dick and take tons of damage. And I missed. That's fine. Guesstimating doesn't always work. Now you get the long, unskippable cutscene, which is kind of cool. It allows you to, you know, go and grab another beer or smoke a little bit of a cigarette or do any other kinds of things you like to do. Shredder points his finger at you. It actually looks a little bit 3D with his hand going outside of the TV, but I don't know what the hell's going on, honestly. Shit's weird. Wrecked your place and decided to leave you a TV message, I guess. He's got some kind of broadcast signal or base somewhere. Now hopefully it's the robots in here instead of the fire guys, because if it's the fire guys I'm pretty screwed. Because it's impossible to deal with their legs, but thankfully I got the robot guys. Because when it's the fire fuckers, they just throw their legs and you get extremely screwed, really. There's no other way I can put it. Especially up here, if you try to jump for the bomb with the fire guys, there's no chance, really. These guys at least give you a little bit of leeway. And I made it, thankfully. Now I'm going to despawn a lot of the steamroller dudes, but sadly there's some foot soldiers that have to die. And the way that I like to look at it, since this is a pacifist run, is that they're killing themselves. Because even if I do not move or do anything, they move towards you and blow up. So I just look at them as if they're shredders, suicide bombers, or kamikazes or something. Yeah, because they just run up to you and explode even if you're not doing anything, so I see them as them killing themselves. Try to get as little turtle blood on my hands as possible. Trying to keep it like the cartoon show, man. They never really killed anybody or used their weapons unless they absolutely had to. Just stay in the conga line with them and they won't throw anymore because the screen's filled with sprites. This sewer section kinda sucks. Just because if you fall off you gotta redo everything, but these missile bats that are in like the medium middle of the screen, they don't ever actually do anything if you don't jump above them. So that helps a little bit. And then all the other ones I just kind of take damage from, because fuck it. This at the end though is the absolute worst jump with the last missile bat. Maybe I can spawn them. No. And I fucking stayed on. So now I gotta refill everybody, since it's really fast and easy to do right here. On the way to Mecha Turtle. Despawn that guy. And then just run. I actually found this next trick out maybe 30 minutes ago, trying to find a way to get past this fire guy on the left. You just spawn him, go down the ladder, come back up, and he magically teleports to the right, and I can get right past him. Makes it a lot easier than the other strategies I had to do that. Go and whoop Mecha Turtle's ass. Now I want to try to get him in the same spot that I had him in the challenge. So then I can just whoop on Mecha Turtle. Kinda, not really. Yep. Not too bad at all. Now, I'm not sure if I've said this or not in the video, but the pacifist run that I'm doing does have a definitive ending, and it's not when you beat Shredder. Since my only rule is I can't attack anything unless the battle music is playing, there's a spot in these sewers coming up that I cannot get past without attacking them. Now, if this was just a straight, true pacifist, then I would be able to kill him and keep on going. But for what I'm doing, I think this is fine. Because when you keep on going, you have to sit there and farm for pizza for a while, and you can get pretty far into the Technodrome. I doubt you could beat the game Pacifist, but it takes like 5 minutes to farm for pizza since they're half pizzas and you gotta take damage every time you go in. So I'm just gonna go as far as I can without killing anything outside of battle music, and that's cool with me, man. Get this pizza over here. Get it with Leo. Yeah, you get some weird spawns that generally don't happen unless you actually kill stuff. Because you gotta kill a certain amount of enemies for the spawns to change into different enemies. But this is easier with the robots instead of the jumping bastards. Medium hops. They work great in this part. Gotta kill somebody though. Donatello gets most of the blood on his hands. He can deal with it. He'll go to turtle hell. Everybody else will be alright. They didn't fucking kill anybody. Maybe Leo did. I don't know. I ain't been paying a shitload of attention. But I know most of the blood's on Donatello. He'll have to repent for what he's done. Getting pretty close to the part that you can't get past without killing shit, though. Fuck you. I'm gonna change just because I don't want them to randomly die. I'm trying to keep them all alive. This part can be tricky, but usually make it just like that. Now it's the home of my jump buddy, where we just get to jump for the rest of our lives. But sadly, the video just can't go on indefinitely with me jumping, so I have to kill him. I am sorry, my friend. The gods have spoken. And this next tunnel's the ending. Which is pretty anticlimactic, but, or climactic, whatever, but this is where I feel good stopping the video, after I get to the very end. Aw, shit, I don't want anybody to die. Alright. And this right here is absolutely as far as you can make it without destroying them two shooter things above you. So that's going to be the end of my pacifist playthrough, because I don't hear any battle music, and I don't want to go against my only rule of not killing shit unless there's battle music playing. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you liked me playing through TMNT in such a dumb way. Playing any game pacifist goes against anything that's in a gamer's repertoire. Resisting the urge to attack shit is pretty strong in this, so you can get, if you defeat those two things above you, you can get quite a bit farther. I've made it somewhat somewhere inside the Technodrome, but I don't even care. This is all I wanted to do for this, so y'all take it easy, man. Later.